The last bus arrived at 11:47 p.m. Maya almost missed it. Rain hammered the empty street as she ran toward the flickering headlights. The doors folded open with a sigh, and she climbed aboard, dripping wet. Only 3 people sat inside: an old woman near the back, a man asleep against the window, and the driver whose face she couldn't quite see in the mirror. "No more stops after this," the driver muttered. Maya nodded and tapped her card. The machine beeped strangely, a long, flat tone. The driver paused. Then he printed a ticket anyway. She sat halfway down the aisle. The bus pulled away from the curb, tires hissing against wet pavement. For a while, everything felt normal, until she noticed the streets. They weren't familiar anymore. Maya rode this route home every week. There should have been gas stations, apartment buildings, traffic lights. Instead, outside the windows was only forest, black trees, endless rain, no lights anywhere. She stood and walked to the front. "Excuse me, where are we?" The driver didn't answer. Up close, she noticed his uniform looked old. Not worn, old-fashioned, like something from decades ago. His hands on the wheel were gray, not pale, gray, like damp paper. Maya stepped back slowly. The sleeping man suddenly spoke without opening his eyes. "Don't talk to him." Her stomach tightened. "What?" "He doesn't like distractions." The old woman at the back giggled softly. The bus hit a bump. The overhead lights flickered off for half a second. In that instant of darkness, Maya heard breathing beside her ear. Not human breathing. Wet, shallow, hungry. The lights came back. Nobody stood near her. She hurried toward the emergency exit window. Her phone had no signal, no GPS. Even the time was frozen at 11:47. "Please stop the bus," she whispered. The old woman stopped, giggling. Very slowly, she pointed upward. Maya followed her finger. Written across the ceiling, scratched deep into the metal, were hundreds of names. Thousands, maybe. Some looked decades old, some fresh. At the very end of the list was a blank space, just large enough for one more name. The sleeping man opened his eyes. They were completely white. "You weren't supposed to get on this bus," he said. Then the driver finally looked at her through the mirror. Maya realized why she